Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of A Couple of Brain Cells. I'm Amelia.
And I'm the other brain cell, Kyle.
And this is a podcast all about the significant events in pop culture, history, internet history, whatever we want to talk about that Kyle has missed and that I have been too chronically online for.
And there's a lot.
And I think this week will be fun because I'm like 99% sure that you have never heard like a whisper about what I'm going to talk about today.
How exciting. Going into the unknown, like Moana.
Yeah, a lot of times you sometimes hear stuff like randomly from me, maybe not the whole story because I just like need to talk about it. But this one, I think it flew under the radar a little bit. I think the cat
excited.
almost sat on my water glass.
Who does that?
That's disgusting. Creature. Okay. This week, I've been watching Off Campus, which is the latest book to Prime Video show adaptation. And it got me thinking about romance books, and then specifically hockey romance, and then spicy hockey romance. And I just decided Kyle needs to hear about what's going on online because more and more of these adaptations are coming out, and I don't want you to get left behind.
Yeah, I need to hear about these.
You need to hear about them. So with that being said, today will be a very online episode. Today we'll be discussing a little bit about BookTok, but mostly the user Kierra Lewis.
Never heard the name.
You wouldn't. So, Kierra has had her fair share of controversy while she's been online, but it takes some context to understand who she is, how she got so big, what led to her current controversies that she's kind of known for. So, Kyle, do you enjoy reading?
I do enjoy reading. The problem is I just can't read. I just can't.
Okay.
I don't have the ability to read.
That's not true at all. You just don't like sitting down and reading a book.
I do have a very hard time keeping my focus on reading, especially when it is without pictures.
What's your favorite book?
What's my favorite book? I don't even think I have a favorite book because I can't remember the last time I read a book from cover to cover that wasn't, what are they? The adult comic books? What are they?
A graphic novel?
The graphic novels.
Okay.
I can't remember the last time I read just
That's
a true book.
That is a book, though.
Then the Invincible Compendium 2.
Okay. 2.
Correct, not the first one, the second one.
Well, for the readers, I mean readers. Oh my god.
Listeners.
For the listeners.
Maybe the readers too.
Maybe. I'm a big reader. I really enjoy reading. I think my reading journey is similar to a lot of people who also are big readers now, where I kind of fell off, aside from like assigned readings in school, and even then, sometimes those were none of my business. In my later years, I fell back in love with it as an adult once I had more free time. I feel like you'll be able to deduce this very quickly, but what do you think BookTok is?
Obviously, it's the TikTok channels or collection of channels and content related to books.
Yeah, it's the little community on BookTok, on TikTok of readers, sometimes authors, all that sort of stuff. Everything book related. Now, BookTok has done a lot of good in the time that it has been around. I feel like it's gotten a lot more people into reading. People are able to freely share their opinions. And at least for me, it's been super helpful in like hearing about new books. I've been able to find creators who have similar tastes in literature as I do. And a lot of times they help me find stories that I end up loving. Most of BookTok is very female focused as well. Some of the largest voices in the space are women.
Well, again, I think it goes back to the point, like, for instance, I can't read, but you can.
Are saying men can't read?
No. Openly, no.
Okay. And the impact of BookTok isn't just felt on my end. According to Forbes, in 2025, the hashtag for BookTok had accumulated a total of 370 billion views. A lot of people tuning in. Those views are on a variety of videos, everything from book reviews and discussions to bookstore hauls to reading vlogs, and the videos are from authors too. BookTok has been the main source of book marketing since TikTok blew up. Many authors have come out and said that their publishers now require, or at least push them to do their own promotion on their own TikTok page. That's how many views they're getting on there. But BookTok breaks down into even more categories. For example, I follow and frequent the corner of BookTok that is mostly discussing literature fiction and romance, because those are the things I like. But there's corners that are into more sci-fi and fantasy and all this other stuff. And even in the romance category, it breaks down even further with romantasy, which is romance-focused fantasy, or dark romance, romance with darker twists. A lot of times those are like stalker or murderers.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think one of the biggest genres that has blown up has been that of hockey romance.
For whatever reason.
Do you like hockey?
I don't dislike hockey. Mm-hmm. Does that count?
Yeah.
I don't watch hockey.
Ambivalent towards it.
Sure. I mean, if it was on the TV, I'd probably sit down and watch it. But I'm not going to go and seek it out.
I think the rise of hockey romance is really interesting. I never grew up really perceiving hockey.
There's not really a hockey scene in California.
Yeah. It's there, but it's just not. It wasn't ever like a major sport to me growing up in Southern California.
Of the 35 whatever million people here, probably less than 1 million really care about hockey.
I think there's probably over 1 million.
It's definitely not over 3.
Okay, well, like ice hockey is just not as huge here as it is like in more northern parts of the country where people play it more often.
Where there's ice.
Yes. I've never read a hockey romance myself, but I did watch Heated Rivalry. And as I said at the start of this episode, I've been watching Off Campus, and I have been intrigued. While researching, I found this great conversation on NPR between Scott Simon and Rachel Curtis discussing these books. And a quote from Rachel really stood out to me. They're kind of talking about like why people are drawn to these books. They say, I also think there becomes a contrast between the brutality of the sport and the softness that the romance brings out in the player or coach or the hockey person. And that kind of gets at the fantasy that a lot of romance novels are telling us, which is that in the places you least expect it, you can find this thrilling connection.
Interesting.
I think that's a pretty good explanation.
For why hockey has become romance.
For why these specifically have blown up over other romances.
Hey, I can tell you my other theory. You don't like my other theory, and that's okay. I have another theory.
What's your other theory?
That the NHL is pumping dollars to fund this whole romantasy or whatever of hockey to get more attention. The NFL and the MLB gets all the attention for fans, coast to coast. The NHL exists, but it's in the background. So I think they're trying to shadow invest into these publications.
Sorry if you hear a cat meowing, because this one I don't think she's going to be quiet.
It's my conspiracy theory.
You're a lot more conspiracy brain than I thought you were.
It's a conspiracy theory.
That's what I'm learning with this podcast. But what's funny is, yes, I do disagree with you, but also when I was researching this podcast, I think you're going to be more firm in your belief at the end.
Oh, then you find some information on it, huh?
I do. I still think that the brutality of the sport kind of lends itself to like, oh, well, he'll be soft with me kind of thing.
Sure.
With the contrast. Do they get CTE? Well, they beat each other with their helmets.
They quite literally just beat each other up on the ice. And not in like the MMA way where like they're trained to fight, because they're trained to... I imagine most of their trainings, right? Their training routines involve drills and practices. Probably not a lot of fist fighting in their trainings, but it still happens on the ice. So they're not really trained to take a punch. I wouldn't think.
Yeah. Interesting. They might. I don't know. I'm not there.
They might.
It also helps that many of these books are, quote, spicy, which is a really nice, demure way of saying super horned up and full of smut, and God bless. That's what we need. If you were more of a reader, Kyle, do you think you'd ever read a hockey romance? No. Why?
For the same reason I do not watch the hockey romance shows.
You like
half
not my cup of tea. Off campus.
Me being in the room where it was on the TV does not mean I watched it, you know.
We should I want to rewatch it, so you should watch it with me.
I appreciate the invite.
We truly could spend all day talking about BookTok, not just because of how much of a web it is, but because also there's a lot of scandals that inevitably emerge from within it. By no means is this episode the last time we will talk about BookTok. TikTok in general, but BookTok. There's been so much drama. So how does Kierra Lewis fit into this conversation? So Kierra is a massive book talker. At the time I'm writing this episode, she has 1.8 million followers.
That's a lot.
Yeah, on TikTok.
That's like 1.8 million more than me.
Right? Kyle's not on TikTok. I think that's important. I should have said that at the beginning.
Correct. I've stayed off of it ever since it came around.
Kyle gets his TikTok information via me.
My better brain cell.
Oh, how romantic. She's known for the very emotional reactions she has to books she reads. I've thrown together a little compilation for you so you can understand what I'm talking about. These are clips from her most recent TikToks. I'm going to upload this little compilation I did to our Instagram, add a couple of brain cells, but also if you just go to her page, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you just click on like the top ones.
Pages in. This shit got me hurting. I don't mind freaking out about Alien and 9 inches, and I'm like, my brain, all I know is big and small. That I don't be knowing all this shit, so we about to see what the hype is about. This only 7. Hold on. Whew. Girl, I know you gotta do some breath work before this. 8. I'm like, oh my hell no. I can't, nah. What? Nah! Oh my god, bro!
Put it in her butt.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so as you can see, she gets very into the content.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really excited about books. And let me be clear, before we get into it, I'm not making this episode to make fun of her. Or say that she's wrong for liking books as much as she does. I think it's great that she's into books like this. However, I think things end up getting a bit warped between these big reactions that she's making that she could be feeling like that, but also could be getting clicks and views from acting like that. Her fan base kind of feeding into that, and then what happens when you bring that all into real life. Anyways, she absolutely blows up on TikTok, and if you were on the book side of the app, her voice probably sounds familiar to you. I didn't realize that I had seen her videos multiple times on my For You page until what I'm about to talk about goes viral. Like when I saw her face, I was like, oh, I've seen her like a lot. Mostly I wasn't reading the type of book she was, but
You've read all the books she's mentioned.
That she's read a lot of other books.
Oh, I'm sure. She's a reader.
Yes.
Connoisseur.
When this happened, a lot of those videos I showed you are more recent. So Kierra gets super into hockey romance in 2023 when she reads the book Pucking Around by Emily Rath.
Okay, that's a funny name. I love a good pun.
I do love a good pun, and there's a lot of them in the romance world. And of course, she kind of falls down the rabbit hole and is consuming multiple hockey romances. This is not an exactly uncommon occurrence at the time. Hockey romance was just like really big at this time in general, but her reactions to the books make her stick out. In addition to just reading these books, she also begins to enjoy watching hockey. She would post her reactions to real games and make videos of her thirsting over the real players. I'm going to show you a clip from one of her TikToks. In it, she's reacting to a video of 2 male hockey players. It looks like the first one pauses on the side of the rink to take a breather, and the second one skates up behind him, causing the first one to bend over, and then they're like in a compromising position.
God! shit in slow motion. I gotta see this shit one more time. Why was this so fucking hot? Here we go. I'm trying to arch my back. What's up, Martin? Yeah, I like that. What's a sister gotta do to get a hockey boot? If y'all haven't noticed, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know I am definitely in my hockey era. Matter of fact, it's not even an era. This is a new lifestyle, and I'm all on board. Between the hockey stretching, well, if they want to call it stretching, baby, forget the ice. Use my face next time, baby. I like the little growing shit that they be doing, and then the fights that they be getting into. Yeah, I'm here for them.
I think it's interesting when you first started the video, you were like laughing and smiling and then it just disappeared.
Correct. You know, I thought the clip was just kind of funny on its own of the hockey players. Mm-hmm. And then she took it and just really, I think she took it too far.
Yeah, and that's a critique that'll come up quite a bit. But as she's getting into hockey, she specifically really gets into the Seattle Kraken, which are the Seattle team, as you can imagine. They're kind of a younger team in the National Hockey League. They began to play in 2021. So by 2023, they're still new. They're looking at new ways to market themselves. And, well, like many other large entities, it was impossible to ignore BookTok.
Is that where they throw is this the team where they throw the squid on the ice?
Do they? I thought that was just like a tradition.
I don't know.
We don't know hockey.
I don't know.
I don't know. The Kraken, though?
That's why I was wondering, you know?
But their mascot doesn't look like a Kraken. It looks like a little...
No, because they be Kraken.
Okay, that's funny that you say this. So they saw a perfect opportunity. Hockey romance is huge, and they just so happen to be a team full of handsome men that they could post about. So, of course, they start leaning into the trend. They begin to post TikToks that are centered around BookTok. They have since deleted these TikToks, but I did find a little compilation of them in a YouTube video by Read with Cindy, who I absolutely love her videos. I'll play that for you, Kyle, and I'll upload some of it to the Insta as well, but I encourage you all to go to Read with Cindy and watch her full video on all of this. You can look up just her name and then Kierra Lewis. It'll pop up. But for you, this is what they looked like.
I think there's a bit on there that says when we accidentally got on BookTok. It's like,
yeah,
not accidental at all.
No. Also, for a time, their bio said mostly BookTok, like on the official team bio on TikTok. What do you think of this from a marketing perspective?
From a marketing perspective, it's a good idea. It's a great idea. I'm surprised not all the NHL teams didn't lean into it. Mm-hmm. If there's media being written about your, I don't really want to say line of work. Sure, your sport, your space. Lean into it. It's free.
Yeah. I think it's smart for them to play on what seems like a trend with like lots of momentum.
So let me get this straight. You to circle back to my conspiracy. I'm doing air quotations. My conspiracy.
This is what I knew you were gonna like.
That the NHL is putting money into capitalize and gain traction from this. This is exactly what I was referencing. I think they'd be foolish not to take advantage of, especially after now this other show just came out.
I don't think they realized, however, especially in the moment, that they were playing with fire when it came to this. So a couple of big things online. So the Seattle Krakens basically became like BookTok's de facto like plug-in hockey team. Oh gosh, is she gonna climb on you?
She's gonna climb on me. She's staring right at me.
Like a lot of times when they were like fan casting, like the people that they're reading about, they would fan cast players from the Seattle Krakens. So a couple of big things that they were saying online when it came to thirsting over real players were videos of the players doing groin stretches, and also the saying "crack my back" went viral.
Yeah, the Krakens.
Yes.
I get it. That's a good one.
So let me talk about the stretches first. So if you've never seen this, to stretch out their groins, a lot of players during warm-up will get down on the ice in what I would describe as like a frog position, and then their legs are off to the sides and they use the ice to kind of help them get lower into a split position to stretch. And it's very important you don't hurt your groin.
Yeah, especially on ice, you got a lot of funny like motions.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
I get it.
I
think you showed me videos of it.
Okay.
The guy's twerking on ice.
It looks like they're twerking on ice. Well, it looks a bit compromising, like we just said. And a lot of people were seeing this, and they're like, oh, let me get underneath that. And then the crack my back saying.
Well, that's funny.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's sexual innuendo. Oh, and the crack is also spelled with a K.
Of course. Because of the Krakens.
You can relate it, yeah. And then it's chanted at them.
Oh, okay.
All of the players are like openly thirsted after, which isn't insane in terms of sports. A lot of fans have players they're attracted to.
Yeah,
it's
in
normal.
all sports.
Yeah. However, things get a little bit different with a player named Alex Wenberg.
Okay.
Alex
Wenberg.
Alex Wenberg is a Swedish hockey player who is currently playing for the San Jose Sharks, but has played for other teams previously, such as the Florida Panthers, the Columbus Blue Jays, the New York Rangers, and who else do you think, Kyle?
The Ducks.
The Seattle Kraken.
Oh.
That's what I heard you say.
Yes. Wrong animal.
Alex is a handsome-looking guy, with the Kraken being BookTok's favorite team. He quickly became the stand-in for a lot of romance readers to visualize as they're reading. So here, I'll show you a picture of him, actually, so you can understand. He's like generic-looking white man.
Yep. He looks Swedish.
He does look Swedish.
He looks like, what's his name? That other Swedish dude online.
Who?
The YouTuber?
PewDiePie?
Yeah. He does.
Kyle, you're right.
Do a side by side on the Instagram.
He literally looks like if PewDiePie was less of a gamer, more of a hockey player.
Correct.
That's crazy.
The genetics are strong coming out of for the Sweden.
Obviously, at first, it's kind of silly when people are thirsting over you. It's like, oh, everybody's paying attention to me. However, things take a turn when Kierra, who has been posting about hockey for a while now, is invited by the Kraken to a game. At the game,
the Kraken.
That's what they're called.
The singular.
Kraken.
Wow, interesting.
I looked it up. They kept being referred to as the Kraken, not the Krakens. So I think a plural of Kraken is Kraken.
Hey, what's Kraken?
Okay.
Sorry.
Right. At the game, she is gifted a jersey. She's front row. She's gifted a jersey that says BookTok on the back and posts a couple videos from the game. So I'll show you that, of course. So the clips of her at the game get a lot of attention, both good and bad. The good came from some of her base and fellow hockey romance readers feeling seen. Like, wow, we love the sport, we love these players and this world, and now we're being recognized and like invited into it via Kierra. The bad came from other people, hockey fans and readers, and then I would say like the general public, being shocked that she was being so brazen with her chanting and reminding her that the glass is not soundproof and they can hear her over there. What do you think of the videos?
They're fine.
You think they're fine?
I think they're fine. Because if I think anything else, it's a double standard.
Interesting. Well,
let me put it this way. They're not fine, but I also haven't been critical of probably the opposite. I'm sure there's videos of guy out there yelling about cheerleaders or something for NFL teams and things like that. And I've never seen them. I can only assume what that's like. And what she's doing is it's not worse than I think the worst I've heard the other way around.
Okay. So do you think it's getting played down because she's a woman?
Played down? Like it's not bad for her?
Yeah.
It's also not that vulgar.
Okay.
You know, she could be vulgar about it. I think I think there's some fun happening. You know, when you start mixing in some humor with it.
Yeah. Which
works easily with the Kraken.
Yeah.
I think that makes it a little more palatable.
Yeah.
But once you get away from the humor, you're like, it's kind of too serious. No, she's laughing. She's smiling. She's laughing the whole time.
So,
I think that helps.
Yeah, at first she waves off these concerns. She repeatedly says, like, she was just having fun, it was all a joke, and for people to calm down. However, things start to feel weird for the players. Because not only is Kierra chanting this at, like, a game, she's beginning to start a trend where it's getting chanted at other games. And people are commenting on Alex's Instagram and his wife's Instagram, saying, like, I want him to crack my back, I want your husband to crack my back, like, things like that. So Alex's wife, Felicia, posts a screenshot of one of Kierra's videos without Kierra's name in it initially, with this statement that I'm going to read. So I've joked before and called my husband BookTok's wank bank, and honestly, did not mind. I always thought Alex was the most beautiful person in the world, and that it seemed the world finally caught up to it. The reason I struggle to navigate this is while I'm all for female empowerment, and especially around sex, there has been videos and comments made that has crossed the line of what it means to fancy someone, and when it can actually sound pretty predatory and exploiting. For someone who wrote my final dissertation on sexual content and was crossing a line, this has been especially interesting because there seems to be a different threshold of what is considered okay, only because the, quote, victims, unquote, of people's desires are male hockey players. I don't like that double standard. I feel that women who have experienced catcalling, getting involuntarily filmed in exposed situations, parentheses, like a groin stretch at their job, ends parentheses, should hold ourselves to a higher standard. You can be sex positive without exploiting others. And then she posts another story, another screenshot of a different one of Kierra's videos, but this time it's from the comment section of that video. It specifically highlights one comment repeating something that Kierra said in her video. It says, the quote, "The score in all 3 of my holes took me out," unquote. Under that comment, you can see Kierra's name with the creator attached to it to confirm it's from her video. So in the video, she said, like, something about all 3 of her holes. So Felicia screenshotted that, posted that, and says, again, I genuinely don't care about the comments about my husband's looks. He is so beautiful, right? I don't like, but at least I understand that people try to shoot their shot and DM him, even if I myself would not go for someone who is in a relationship. That is at least somewhat normal behavior when fancying someone. What doesn't sit with me is when your desires come with sexual harassment, inappropriate comments, and the fact that with the internet we can normalize behavior that would never be okay if we flipped the genders around to a guy doing this to a female athlete. When we were expecting our son, I knew how important it was to raise him to treat people, and especially women, with respect if he were to identify as straight. And I would feel like a hypocrite if I didn't say anything about his about behavior that I would never be okay with if we raised a girl. I mean, no hate on the BookTok community, just a little request for people to think twice about their comments / videos or chanting "crack my back" at humans with feelings. So obviously she's at least annoyed with this. But do you think that's a good way to address it?
What's her husband say?
He didn't say anything at first.
Yeah, because this is just her being, this is mine, stay away.
Okay.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but it's also I'm curious about what the husband has to say, who's actually the one having this directed at him. Are we constantly going after this to help protect women in all arenas? Or I should just say to protect all athletes and all performers from this. Or does it only matter once it's in your house?
It sounded like she was cut it out at the games, so including all the other players and stuff.
I'm talking about for everywhere.
Well, it should be for everywhere.
Right, but it's are we only speaking up now about it because it's at your doorstep? As opposed to, you see it all the time online everywhere else. Is she calling it out everywhere?
No, and I think that's not crazy because I think most of us don't address stuff until it's in our house.
It's part of the problem.
Okay. Anyways, how do you think Kierra responds to this?
She probably just tells her to chill. I don't know. Maybe everyone's better after getting their back cracked by the Kraken. I don't know.
She makes a couple response videos. I will show you said responses now.
I just say this because it's pissing me off that I'm seeing my name being dragged on people's social medias when, bitch, I keep telling y'all I'm not the one. It's come to my attention that not even a whole group of fucking people, because the views tell the fucking opposite. It's come to my attention that a couple of fucking people aren't a fan of me saying crack my back. For one, let's get one thing fucking straight. The original saying was break my back. That it pissed me off that these Facebook people want to come to TikTok and want to make us take this app seriously, when the whole reason why we are on TikTok, our generation is on TikTok, is because it's entertainment. It's the one place where we can just have fun and not really take things or take life serious. So to see my name being dragged with all these false accusations is fucking, it's blowing my mind. When I was doing these reactions when back in the country streets, when Luke Bryan's wife would literally repost my fucking videos about him, thinking it was funny. I've had other celebrities repost my reactions thinking it was funny. Their girlfriends, hell, their even moms were sending it to them like, girl, she's so funny. She's talking about like how hot you are. So now to be in a conversation where people are the same people that was literally saying, oh, my husband is the BookTok's panty dropper, my name is being dragged. I don't know, it's just literally pissed me the fuck off. Especially when I tell y'all all the fucking time. These 30-second, 45-second videos is just for fun. I make these videos and I go out and live my life with my friends and my family. I genuinely don't. I don't take my life seriously. And so, and to say that is like, half the people I react to, more than half of them, girl, I don't even follow them on social media. I don't keep up with their life. I genuinely don't really give a damn. And I damn sure don't be fucking DMing them. The fuck do Kierra fucking Bad Bitch Lewis look like? I don't DM these fucking people. So to see these accusations or to see people mad about me saying crack my fucking back, baby, it's TikTok. People are making a fucking salary doing AI. We don't take shit seriously. And unless you're a chiropractor, you really can't crack my back. Now, I'm gonna go back. I just have to get this off my chest because, bitch, I can't talk to my therapist right now, but please, unless you know me, don't have me on your social media. Don't have my name in your fucking mouth, because, girl, I'm not the fucking one. Like, it literally blows my mind. I'm like, girl, we're gonna leave it there. Go back to Facebook if y'all not liking this BookTok, TikTok shit, but don't try to come over here and tell us what to fucking do. Girl, it's jokes. And these jokes happened 4 or 5 months ago. I'm like, this is a screenshot from a video that happened earlier this year. Girl, I'm not the fuck. We're gonna stop it there. And then, update, I just found out that I was unfollowed by the Seattle Kraken. All because someone who literally was just feeding into the whole BookTok thing. Oh yeah, my husband, BookTok, love him, da-da-da. Someone who was just feeding into it now is resurfacing, or now switching sides and saying, oh, because of this video 4 months ago, I'm not a fan, I don't like it. For one, like I said again, bitch, Everything that comes out of my mouth is a fucking joke. I don't follow half these people. I don't damn sure don't be on them. But what also pisses me off about, like, I've noticed with musicians and also like sports teams, they like to use BookTok to like get clout, and then they'll like skirt to the side of them and move on to like the next thing. And I'm not fucking rocking with that. And yeah, I'm pissed the fuck off. And which is a rare thing for me, but yeah, I'm pissed the fuck off. The way all of this, I've been having a good ass fucking week, a good ass life, then the way this shit just blindsided me, and also for me to sit here and see that post that a woman posted of me, and me being an adult and literally message her and say, hey, if you got a problem with it or whatever, of a video I posted 4 months ago, say the word. The video is fucking deleted. Any video is deleted. I haven't even spoke of that man on my fucking page since the beginning of hockey or whatever. So if you got a problem with it, just let me know. Speak to me as a woman. Didn't get no fucking response, so I'm pissed the fuck off. What's pissing me the most off about this entire situation, whether it be this Felicia chick or the Seattle Krakens themselves, for one, bitch, I'm so heartbroken because I was like, finally, for the first time, I had something that was outside of books that I fell in love with, was literally gonna buy 30 people from my book club us tickets to go see them this fall. Now, I don't even fucking know, but let's go into me being the adult and messaging Felicia Winberg yesterday when I saw her make a story about me and BookTok. I literally said, hey, this is a screenshot from my video. I never meant any harm. I've never messaged him or anyone, because on her story, she was like, well, people are DMing, and so I broke it down for her because she also said she wasn't a fan of Crack My Back. I said break my back was just a saying on TikTok, so naturally crack was said, but I am so sorry and will delete any and all videos you want. I was so serious, I will literally delete whatever videos you fucking wanted, but you needed to respond. I said, I'm confused on what's going on because this video was posted on 4/26. And then I continue saying all this, just read. And what I also didn't like is her first post was about this, how she said she used to call her husband BookTok's panty dropper, BookTok, Wonka, whatever. And now she's having a change of heart. But what I found so slick was, why did you cover up this person's name? But when it came to the post about me, the next post, you literally kept my name on there, trying to send whoever, you and your little goons, to come after me. And yeah, this was her whole slick thing. But my issue of the matter is, for you, I always say people want to ride BookTok hotel for the clout and then switch up. You were just calling your husband what? BookTok what? Now you're having a change of heart. And my biggest problem of all is, why didn't you DM me? If you're posting this on your story saying your issue is with me, Kierra Lewis, because you didn't cover up my name, why not DM me and say, hey, I had an issue with it. You asked his wife, I wouldn't like it. Me being the chillest fucking person, I'm a Sagittarius. I literally be like, oh my God, girl, say fucking less. Let's delete the video. We good. I'll see you this October. And kept it moving. I just didn't like the way this whole thing played out.
She also posted, and I could not for the life of me find a video, but I think the first video she posted was her, like, sobbing, crying about the situation, but I could not find the full thing. But what do you think?
That's impossible because she's the chillest person, because she's a Sagittarius.
Jesus Christ.
No, nothing's wrong. She's chill.
Yeah.
I'm sure if everyone watches this video, wherever you post on Instagram or TikTok, right? Mm-hmm. Hopefully on both. Mm-hmm. She's just chill. She's just a chill girl. there's no emotions related to this because she's chill. She really circled on two things, which was one, the guy being a panty dropper for BookTok.
The wife saying it, he's a
Correct.
Dropper. Yeah.
She said that probably like 7 times. And the other one was about her not reaching back out directly. Mm-hmm. The wife not reaching out directly. Which I think was really smart of the wife to do. Because obviously, you know, she's the wife of a popular person. Mm-hmm. An NHL player, star,
player.
Whatever you want to call him. So I'm sure she probably has some sort of PR affiliation with them on how she should act and behave. And
at least like from the team.
Not engaged. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting how she decided to flaunt. This is always so funny when people are like, oh, I was going to spend all this money, theoretically, by inviting her whole group to come to the game, but now I just won't because of the situation.
Yeah.
It's like 10 tickets to one game.
Yeah.
It's not the leverage you think it is.
Yes, so people weren't super happy with this response. I don't love her just calling this woman a bitch over and over. I feel like bitch, like I say that word a lot.
Maybe that's why I was desensitized to hearing it, because you say it a lot.
I do say it a lot, and I shouldn't. But I'm like, we should not be calling each other bitch like that. And I think she was saying it like, bitch please, like that kind of thing. But she was like, this bitch, over and over. I don't love that. Kierra also has a lot of followers, so of course she has her
as she described them.
Yeah.
Goons.
Her shooters. She said that? Oh, wait, no. You're talking about Felicia's goons that she was sending, apparently.
Correct.
Yeah, but yes, yeah. A lot of them reiterate the fact that Felicia was, like, once supportive of the way they talked about her husband, was, like, playing into it. All I have to say about that, you are allowed to revoke consent whenever you would like to. Whenever you would like to. You can say, never mind, I don't like this. Mm-hmm. So, after she releases these, Alex speaks up. He also posted an Instagram story with this statement. Over the last couple of days, me and especially my wife have been getting lots of criticism about speaking up on sexual harassment on TikTok. As someone who's been media trained my whole career, I've been taught to bite my tongue and to leave it instead of making a statement. But it has gone too far for me to stay quiet when people post vile comments on my wife's Instagram and on photos of our child. The reason my wife said something and not me is simply she does it better and more bravely than me. I'm all for the BookTok community to write books and fiction about hockey, but the aggressive language about real-life players is too much. It has turned into daily and weekly comments on our personal social media. This is not something we support or want our child to grow up with. All we ask is for a little respect and common sense regarding moving forwards. We can all take a joke and funny comments when it turns personal and into something bigger that affects our family. We need to tell you that we have had enough. Enough of sexual harassment and harassment of our character and our relationship. Thank you for understanding. Because that was something people were saying that I didn't mention. One of the things they would say, like, to discredit Felicia is like, oh, obviously she has something going on in her marriage.
That's not right.
That's not. No. No.
I didn't get that impression at all.
No. So, finally, with him speaking up, Kierra does post a final statement. It's like a notes app statement.
It's an apology video, right?
It's not a video. It's a notes app.
Oh, it's an apology notes app, right?
I'm going to read it to you. On Thursday, Alex Wenberg's wife, Felicia Wenberg, made... I think this was written very quickly, so there's stuff missing. Made posts not only attacking BookTok, but me as a person. She slandered my name by calling me a sexual harasser in reference to a saying that was clearly played off of the Seattle Kraken name, quote, crack my back. Not only did she miss the joke of it being a spin-off of Break My Back, but she purposely included my name on her Instagram story, which led me to receiving hate from her following. As Alex received more popularity, the wife enjoyed the clout and was seen appreciating BookTok humor by calling her husband Mr. Panty Droppa and BookTok Wank Bank. But suddenly, out of left field, she decided to use a screenshot of a video I posted 4 months ago to call my clearly made jokes sexual harassment. Once I saw her post, I immediately DM her, apologizing and offered a solution of me deleting any and all videos that mention Alex Wenberg. No response. Yesterday, I get home to find out the Seattle Kraken had unfollowed me and deleted all their thirst trap videos, which left me confused and upset. The Seattle Kraken not only took interest in my videos from the beginning that mentioned Alex Wenberg, but even encouraged me to keep posting, as well as them beginning to post their own thirst traps of Wenberg. It even got to the point people were calling it Alex Wenberg fan page, as well as them, parentheses, now removed, end parentheses, changing their bio to mostly BookTok. I want to also mention my Seattle Kraken reactions and vlog led to them flying me out to their playoffs game and gifting me a BookTok jersey. This event led to them gaining over 60,000 followers. Instead of messaging me and explaining what was going on, the Kraken social media team just covered their tracks by deleting all videos related to BookTok and Wenberg. So I then went to TikTok to defend myself and explain my side of the story. And to see videos of me of people calling me a sexual harasser when these reaction videos aren't new, I've made them about several stars and athletes whose wives and mothers have even sent them videos and reposted it due to them understanding the, in all quotes, or in all caps, humor. Most people I react to, I don't follow, don't keep up with their lives, and damn sure never thought to DM them. Again, if my video from April was an issue, I would have felt better if Felicia Wenberg would have just DM'd me, and of course I would have immediately taken it down. No questions asked. It's also unfair to call me out on a post when there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of TikTok about him.
That's crazy.
No apology.
What a statement.
No apology in sight. Yeah.
Wow. It's giving I'm a bully. Mm-hmm. But when I get called out for bullying, guys, it's just a joke.
It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
It's a prank. Just a prank. You can't take a prank.
Yeah. And then she also posts this video to wrap it all up.
Hold on, baby. Let me, girl. New day, same key, same fucking key. This is why they say it's important to have good ass people around you. Let me set my phone down. Baby, I'm gonna keep it real. Yesterday, your girl was literally sad, cuddled up on her couch, crying. Then I had family members. Then I had friends. Then I had people I didn't even fucking know. The way they straightened me up and said, Key, this is a dream from the man upstairs. If you don't get in fucking line and get back to what you good at, get back to doing what you love, get back to making people laugh. I was reminded yesterday that, baby, you can throw dirt on a name, you can say what you want to about a person you ain't never met, but two things for sure. You can't steal Key Joy, baby. Hello, that's for sure. And the second damn thing is, you can't take the gifts that the man gave me from upstairs. Hello. So with that being said, yeah, let me go ahead and beat this face. That little $500 haul from Barnes & Noble y'all been ready for. We about to get ready to film it. I'm about to show y'all the books that we got. We back on schedule. They might have had your girl down for a second, but one thing about me, baby, I'm going to get up and I'm going to come 10 times fucking harder. And that's on period, and that's on the man upstairs. Hello.
Hi.
Kyle. Hi.
What? She said hello like 4 times. I figured I'd say it back. No, I think
Again,
it sounds like she is surrounded by good people that told her to let it rest and go back to securing your job, which is not fighting this battle that you'll lose.
Yeah.
So that way you can keep your job. So she is surrounded by good people that told her to stay on track.
I guess so. When you think of it like that, I guess so. It's a good... But yeah, just no accountability.
Absolutely none.
Like I said, she has deleted majority of these videos. There were a couple still up that I was able to find, but...
See? Again, they told her to get back on track, keep your job, because
a lot of them...
You gotta go back to work at your a 9 to 5.
A lot of them I had to find via, like, YouTube videos of people talking about it, like re-uploads, so where is everybody now? Alex no longer plays for the Kraken, like I said.
He with another team.
He plays for the Sharks, San Jose Sharks.
Fun. Oh, it's still water sports.
Yes.
But funny because it's frozen. Anyways.
The Seattle Kraken themselves have deleted all BookTok related videos off of their page and have not worked with Kierra since. Kierra is still making videos and continuing to grow her platform. She has recently gone viral again for her reactions to the Harry Potter books. And before you ask, no, she does not care or comments on how problematic the author of those books is, and does not seem to mind if she's basically doing free promo for that person.
Well, what about the names of the characters?
What about them?
Oh, how they're also very problematic.
Everything's problematic.
Everything's problematic. Let's be
and she's also really excited for the
HBO
the
remake.
show.
What about? I mean, Harry's not problematic. It's just
Harry might be problematic.
The existence of him is not.
The existence of him is not. Right now, it is problematic to fund these books.
Correct.
And she buys all her books. She's a big book buyer.
I'm sure she got the signed set collection.
She actually talks about it so often, she was invited to visit the set of the HBO series.
Oh, wow. Makes me reflect back on, well, it'd be a spoiler, so I won't say. But, Harry Potter is meant for lobotomized individuals.
Yes.
Worth watching the season finale of The Boys, if you haven't.
There is something that happens in the season finale of The Boys involving Harry Potter, involving someone who's lobotomized, excited for Harry Potter, and I looked at Kyle and I went, many such cases. To be clear, we need to do a Harry Potter episode. I feel like we should need to do a J.K. Rowling episode, unfortunately.
J.K.,
I can't
I mean, we both read it. We both watched them all.
Yes, I love that story, but that right now there's no ethical way to consume that story, unfortunately. Anyways, she's also still called the, quote, Queen of BookTok by traditional media and has been invited on several shows, including the Kelly Clarkson show, to talk about BookTok. As, once again, a consumer of BookTok, I claim no queen in my kingdom. No, I'm the queen of my own BookTok. I don't post, but I just believe. So, what do we think? Do we think she went too far? What do we think?
Clearly, I think everyone watched it back because they all realized that, none of this is worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do at the end of the day? This is a individual who makes TikToks about books. What are you really going to do? Sue her? Take her to court? Take what she owns?
There's not much you can do.
I don't imagine it goes that far. It's just not like she's a public entity with billions of dollars to gain, and vice versa. Yeah.
But I think this does bring up just a good conversation about boundaries when it comes to how hard you thirst. You are allowed to be thirsty, but you shouldn't be affecting someone's real life.
You should look at it as she's a public figure, and it's fine to have a shtick. And I'm noticing a trend in some of these episodes we do is that these public figures have a bit that they don't know where to draw the line.
Yeah.
Which is unlike one of my favorite public figures who is great at comedy, knows where to draw the line.
I'm scared.
Tim Robinson. And his sense of humor is always self-deprecating of himself. He doesn't make fun of other people.
He makes fun of other people a little bit.
Very consensually. They're very well aware of what's going on and writing, and they know it. But he doesn't go and, harass other people and make it that sort of problem. Yeah. Yeah. In terms of comedy, I think that's truly a gold standard or platinum standard for how you can have the attention, or not the attention, but build an audience without stepping on other people or at the expense of others to get you there.
And this is a pattern and something we see actually over and over and over in BookTok, because people will play into the fact that people are fantasizing about them, and then it just gets spiraled out of hand. So I think it's a cautionary tale for sure. Also about just how it affects other people in your lives, not just you. So yeah, be careful about how you talk about people online, because you never know.
Or in person.
When
you're at their place of work and screaming at them.
Yes. Yeah, don't scream at workers.
Period. Even if they're public performers like that.
Yes. So, to wrap up this episode, Kyle and I are going to do our little, what was our favorite thing we saw this week in pop culture or media. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
I will go first. It was the inspiration for this episode. Wait, because are you going to use the other thing? Probably. Okay. There was another thing that I consumed this week that was really close. I was debating, but I'm going to let Kyle have it because I think it's good. Anyways, Off Campus on Prime Video. I opened it up. I have not read the books. I've heard mixed reviews about the books, and I'm picky about my romances, even though I said I like romance. I'm picky. On the Floor by J.Lo and Pitbull. That's pretty much all I have to say. This this show, I'm gonna start crying.
Over that? Over off campus. That's crazy.
Guys, just get on this show. Don't get left behind, okay? Get on this show. Get on the floor.
That's crazy.
I can't stop thinking about it. And I'm gonna make Kyle rewatch it with me. Go ahead.
All right, so Amelia expects me to talk about one thing, so I'm going to talk about two for the best thing I saw this week. And the number one best thing I saw this week, and I'll make sure Amelia uploads the video to Instagram, is Lita Beta Bota Butt. She cannot stop saying every other hour of the day, just of this, sounds like an elderly woman, and her small... should be 20-pound dog, probably weighs about 6 pounds at this point, is well past its expiration by about 5 good years. Definitely, you just gotta watch the video. It speaks for itself.
Oh my god, Kyle!
It's this crazy video.
I'm so honored because, guys, like, I found this video and I can't stop saying, like, Lita Beta Bota Butt, because that's how she says it about this dog. That's the dog's name, by the way.
The dog's name.
I can't stop saying it, and every time I've said it, Kyle has been like, please stop, for the love of God, please help me. So, I'm so honored that was one of your favorite things this week.
It has to be.
Okay, what's your
Because if it's not, then I'm gonna do bad things.
No, because you saw something else.
No, I'll rip off my ears.
Yeah.
From Lita Beta Bota Butt.
Lita Beta Bota Butt. And
the real one is we saw a movie together called Obsession, made from a very small studio. When I found out, Amelia told me it's made with a budget of about $700,000. A little less than 2-hour long movie, and absolutely floored. 10 out of 10. Would watch again. Horror movie based on essentially this guy who has a crush on a girl, makes a wish that ultimately
wish goes wrong,
causes the girl he's crushing on to become obsessed with him. Hence the movie title.
I don't think that gives anything away.
Highly recommend to watch it. It made me tense up a lot of times. I don't really get why I took this guy a wish. Amelia treats me like this every day.
Okay.
So once you see the movie, you'll understand our dynamic. All right.
Okay, you can do one lap before I put you back in your crate.
Okay.
Okay.
As long as I can get some sunshine today.
Okay, thanks guys for listening. Make sure to follow us. If you don't follow us, Kyle can't come out of the cage for next week's episode.
Please follow us on
and
Spotify.
I also won't feed him any bread.
Please.
So
it is stale, but it's more than nothing.
On Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, wherever you listen to us. Also, like we say every week, go visit our Instagram at a couple of brain cells. That's where I upload a lot of the videos and pictures that we talk about.
Follow, like it, view, share, comment.
Yeah,
engage.
Let your family members know. We've gotten it's been fun to hear our family members talk about this, and I thought when I started this episode, oh, surely this is common knowledge. Or not this episode, this series. And unfortunately, a lot of people have been coming to me with their review. Oh my gosh, I'm just like, Kyle, and I don't know any of this. Which makes me feel like I should maybe go outside.
Engage, guys. Engage with us. So that way we can keep making more like this. Share it with your friends. Share it with your families, your coworkers.
We have big plans for the future. If we're able to do things that we want to do for you, because we're having so much fun.
The best thing you could do is just play it around other people, and they might, take interest. Mm-hmm. Send them the link. It really goes a long way for us.
Send them the link. Maybe dig in your butt. But anyways. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Thank you.
And thank you, Lita Beta Bota Butt. Okay, bye. Say bye.
Oh.
Say bye or you don't get bread.
Bye.